Okay, Jessica, turn on.
If I turn on my camera, then I can't type my minutes.
Okay.
Okay, then don't. Okay, so you're there. Okay.
Hear us. No, she
So
can
we
hear us.
will call the meeting to order. Okay, first item on the agenda is approval of the agenda.
I'll approve it.
All approve?
I'll
Aye.
second. Aye.
Oh, there was actually a mistake, or I don't know if it was a mistake, but it was under new business, letter C. It said that my board spot was being held until determination was made.
And?
And it's not her board spot. It was,
I think it's somebody else's.
right. It was,
Eleanor's?
no, somebody else who's, we're holding the spot. He had to step down for some.
Oh, yeah. I don't know that guy.
So it's
Publicity
not yours.
stuff.
Right.
He had some, yeah.
There's
Issue.
a little
He
gate.
came to one meeting, right?
Right. And we're keeping a spot open until that is corrected. So it's not
Resolved,
Alexis' spot.
Okay. Okay, minutes from February 25th. Do we want to approve those? Everyone a chance to look at them? Okay, approval?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, let's approve them. What?
Maybe when you approve them, say your name so Jessica doesn't have to figure it out.
Thanks, Colette.
Sheila.
Always trying to help, Jess.
Okay, someone make a motion?
Sheila did.
I make a
Sheila
motion
did.
to approve the minutes.
Approval.
Somebody
Okay,
second.
we approved them. Next item, correspondence. We have any correspondence, Mary?
I do not have any this time. No correspondence.
Okay. Public participation. I see some public names that are on mute. Does anyone wish to say anything on something that is not an agenda item?
This is Gail Linston calling. I don't
Yes.
know whether it's under department updates or whatever else, and I've listened in on the commissioners meeting. I'm just wondering where shortfall and budget kinds of things fall in the Parks and Rec now because of COVID-19 and so on. Are they going to be handled under various programs, or how they are? Because from what I understand, there's already a $300,000 shortfall in the Parks and Rec budget from hearing that, I believe, at the commissioners meeting.
Mary?
Well, so are you talking about anything specific, any specific programs, or?
Well, I know most things have been, canceled, camps canceled, pools canceled, all of those things are, open things that we're expecting money to, to come in, and programs and so on. Even, the parade, the fireworks, etc. There's still, staff, and I'm just wondering if there's a way of handling, what's going on with the shortcomings and what you anticipate, in doing, whether it's just wait and see when we open back up, or, things are just going to be generally postponed for, for action. And if there is a plan of, what gets postponed first.
Well, basically the summer programs have all been postponed, as you know. The parade is still going to be going on, some of the other activities, and the program staff will talk to you about those at this point in time. The budget is going to be readdressed in September, where we will stand, what we'll be able to continue doing. But for right now, yeah, our revenue is definitely, we've lost a lot of revenue. Our staff is going to be cutting back some hours.
Okay.
We're not hiring additional help to help in the parks at all. Our building isn't going to be open until probably near the end of August. We're running on a skeleton crew, and we're hopeful that in the fall we'll be able to get back up and running and get our revenues going again.
Okay.
And we have had capital projects have also been canceled, have been
Okay.
tabled.
Thank you very much, Mary.
Okay.
Okay, any other public comments? Okay, then we'll go on to items of business, and we have our guest speaker, Anne, telling us about the library.
Well, we're closed right now till June 12th. We may be closed longer, we don't know. It's according to the governor's order, the executive order. So right now we're doing online programming. We have online story time, online book groups, online movie group, online adult book group, and then we're going to have one art discussion program in July. So
Art?
that's
Did you say? Art?
art. It should be in the newsletter.
Yeah,
And then
I
we
was
have
gonna say, I
joint
don't-
programs with the rec center.
Oh, yeah. Monet to Dolly.
Yes, you got it. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, so far they're running pretty well. The adult book group, the story times, the other book groups. So that's about it.
So you're not buying new books? You're not doing anything?
No, we're not. Well, there's no one to take them out.
Well, the book
buying new
swap
books.
has been awesome.
Pardon?
The book swap has been awesome.
Oh, good. The paperback book swap. Good. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are you still accepting donations or no?
No, they are not, because that's manned by the volunteers.
Yep, that's
And
fine. Clarifying.
social distancing, yeah. Yeah. So that hopefully will start back up once we open up, but. And we
Well,
were
I know-
supposed to have a book sale Saturday, and that's not this Saturday, but next Saturday, and it's been canceled.
So I
But if
know
you don't-
Parks and Rec is sort of governed by Oakland County Parks. Is there an agency
Michigan
that's sort
Library
of,
Association,
okay,
yeah.
that's who's giving you guidance?
Well, we get it from the governor, but they follow the governor's orders.
So Sheila, if you don't know, they created a Facebook book swap so that people who want to give away books in their house can give them for free to other people in the neighborhood. Pretty nice.
Okay.
It's on the library Facebook page.
Library Facebook page, thank you.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of good books that I would give out.
Can I ask a question?
Hi, Claire.
Hello. Is everything on Facebook because I am on principle, not on Facebook at all. And every time I've gone to anything that says Facebook, I have to sign up. I don't want them having my,
Our programs are, you go to the library website and they're under the events page.
I saw that. But
Yeah.
when I clicked to open it, it asked me for to get onto the Facebook piece of it, I have to register.
But they're not affiliated with Facebook. It's library calendar is what we use to register people.
To register, but
Yeah.
but aren't the programs on Facebook?
No. No.
Oh, okay.
No, they're all on Zoom.
Oh, okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I think, Claire, what it's asking is if you want to log in with Facebook, it makes it easier, but you don't have
Oh.
to.
Yeah, they offer that a lot. Anytime you sign up for something, they try to get you to sign up for Facebook. You just ignore that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And summer program update. We've had a chance to look at the newsletter. Mary?
Right. I just want to start because the people that really do the hard work are the people that are going to speak to you after I do, Colette, Bridget, and Tracy. But I have to give a huge shout out to them, and you guys need to know how much work that they have put into this program in a small amount of time, collaborating with national, state agencies, also touching base with local communities, putting together a program that is a program they never, ever, ever did before. So they have done an amazing job with something that was completely new. They learned Spanish when they didn't know it. And,
Sí, señorita.
anyway, I just want to make sure that that goes down. They're given huge kudos for what they've put together. And they're going to just kind of give you a little rundown synopsis of what we're looking at. We're taking care of virtual, we're taking classes, we're taking care of families, we're doing social distancing stuff. We've got it all. So I don't know which one of them wants to start talking first.
I can go first.
There you go.
You want me to? First of all, Mary, thank you for saying that, and thank you for your guidance through all of this, because I mean, I know Eleanor and Alexa can attest to this, and Bridget and Claire. I am technically challenged. So this whole virtual thing, this virtual world is a lot for me to handle, but I feel like I'm going to be a total rock star with it when it's all said and done with. So I'm definitely learning a lot. I'm going to start with just a couple of the teen things that we have planned. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do our last goodbye with our seniors. Eleanor was one of them. So they are being, don't tell anybody, they're being recognized in the newsletter and things like that. And so I just want to thank Eleanor in front of everybody for everything that she's done for Teen Council as our council coordinator. So kudos to you. Thank you very much for everything.
Swayze.
You're the best. And what we're going to do this summer is, I don't know how many of you guys have seen or remember Travis Braun and Jake Old's rap about Huntington Woods, living in a little bitty city. Anyway, we put out there for the teens to come up with a new rap. They can, you know, videotape, do whatever they want, send it to me, and we'll post those on our social media and stuff. So we're kind of looking forward to that. Dawn Schwanke, who's a good friend of Teen Council, is going to do a cookie decorating virtually with the teens. We haven't picked a date yet. We're going to do something, I think, farther into the summer, just so I get more familiar with how to do all this online stuff. And she probably knows less than I do. So together we'll figure this out. So we're going to do that. Also, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, obviously, the LIT program is now not happening this summer, but we're going to come back full force in the fall and next summer for sure with the LITs for camp. Also doing the lead workshop next year too. So in regards to Fruit Camp now stands for Fun and Really Unique Interactive Togetherness, Creative, Amusing, and Meaningful Participation Needed. So that's our Fruit Camp. I am feeling very lucky and blessed because I have about 10 of the camp staff from last year and this year who are volunteering their time this summer to do some programs with the kids. As I was talking to Mary, they don't want to see this old lady in front of them doing these virtual. They want to, programs, they want to see their beloved counselors. So we're going to do some song fest and some games. We're working within a theme like we normally do for camp, and that's also going to coordinate with Joyce's programs from the library. So we're all kind of coordinating together, which I think is really fantastic. So we have themes. Some of the programs are geared towards the preschoolers and some to our K-5, just like they would if it was a regular Fruit Camp summer. So people can just go online and register. There's no cost for any of the programs. I don't have a real set solid schedule yet because I'm trying to work around 10 staff members who now have babysitting jobs and doing other things this summer now that they're not working Fruit Camp. So we're just trying to work all that out, and I'll get out a final calendar, and we're going to do things on Zoom, Facebook Live. Some things will be pre-recorded, including something fun for the parade, which I'm not going to tell anybody because I don't want Colette to know. And so that's happening soon. And yeah, so that's what we have going on. I'm really excited. I wish it was actual Fruit Camp summer, but we're doing the best we can with everything. Does anybody have any questions or thoughts about any of it?
Hey, Tracy, Joe, just a
Hi,
question.
Joe.
How you doing?
Good.
I have a LP that's kind of bummed that he can't take part, but and all the stuff that you were mentioning sounds great. Just based,
Hey, guys.
I'm sorry.
So it's all good. So
It's bad time.
lot of good stuff going on. Any thoughts like in the post-COVID world that would supplement the online offerings with the previous curriculum type, just to kind of, add more diversity to the curriculum?
Yeah, there's a possibility. Like every summer we do that lead workshop. It's 2 separate weeks, and it's a week long where they learn how to be.
Can I rinse these out outside?
Volunteer,
Can I give you our
and things like that.
Ellie, do you want to put on mute?
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Ellie, could you mute
Sorry.
if you're not speaking?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Ellie. But yeah, so we are possibly looking maybe more towards the beginning of the fall when the teen council year would start. Seeing as we don't know how that's going to work either, We will put some stuff together virtually, and luckily with Teen Council, they know how to do all this stuff, right, Alexa?
Right.
She'll be part of it. So we are looking forward to maybe doing like the lead workshop online, if we have to. If we're able to congregate again and do that, you know, we'll proceed as we are able to, but we do want to stick with some of the curriculum because it's been very successful. And yeah, I'm bummed I can't be part of it this summer, but yeah, we plan on doing all of that.
Great.
Yeah.
Tracy, I have a question.
Sure, Eleanor.
How are you posting the videos and stuff for camp?
Well, that's what I was going to get with you guys about, since you're very creative. I know Facebook and I know Zoom now, but we also, the city, I believe, has a YouTube page now, or we always have. I'm not 100% sure. And somebody gave me the name of a program where you can, it's called Splice, that you can put the videos together or like work it out. So that's what we're looking at doing. If you have suggestions, because you guys are good at this stuff, please let me know. Like if you have an idea, Eleanor or Alexa, if you guys know that would work better, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's next?
Any other summer? Okay, the next is Reynolds Park update.
No, Bridget still has to go.
Bridget, okay.
I
It's
have
so
stuff
dark we
too.
didn't see you.
Couldn't see me. Well, as everyone knows, we had to cancel Run Walk Boom, so we're going to try and replace it with a virtual run this year. It won't be the same, but it's going to be called Going the Social Distance, and it's going to be held over the entire month of July. So you'll have 31 days to run up to 3K, which comes up to 31 miles. And if you complete it, then you get a medal at the end that just says, I went the social distance and completed the 31 miles.
How 31 miles?
Yep.
Okay.
And they don't have to be your normal miles. You can get really creative with it and just track it. You can bike ride, you can run, you can walk, you can scooter, whatever, just getting the family active and doing things together. So that will be fun. And we're going to try to offer some classes as well. Our favorite, Mary Robertson, is going to do some kinder music classes, Creatures by the Ocean, and Peekaboo, I Love You. And she's actually going to be up north when she does this, so it's going to be like on the beach by the lake, so it will feel cute to be by the water and learn about ocean creatures.
That's Lake Michigan. That'll be really nice.
Jumperama is going to do videos for 6 weeks throughout the summer that will teach you some new skills and give you time to practice them. We're going to have cartoon and drawing workshops, 3 different ones throughout the summer, and cooking classes with Deb Walter. And we're still looking for more classes and trying to work with neighboring communities that are also offering programs.
So
you forgot the beer tasting.
Oh, the beer tasting. That is on a different page. Yes, we're going to do a beer tasting on July 17th at 8 Degrees Plateau. They're going to deliver the beers, and we'll have them available to pick up at the rec center. And then there'll be a Zoom meeting at what is a beer, what do they call them, Colette?
I don't know.
Beer Sherpa or whatever, something. We'll lead the discussion about the different beers.
That's a pre-registration event. It obviously does have a cost to it. And I did a wine tasting with them last month, and it was really, really fun. And I'm hoping it's a success for the beer tasting. So that's good. Do you want me to go now, Bridge? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good, unless anyone had any questions.
Okay, Colette, you're up.
All right. I have so much. I'm sorry.
Good.
So I am excited to have the opportunity to unroll some of these ideas that we've all come up with. As Mary said, all of us are on these national Facebook forums, getting the best ideas from across the country and grabbing what is going to work best for our community. And I think we have an amazing offering. I think when you see the newsletter, okay, it almost seems like the world isn't upside down, which is really fun to me. As far as some of the things that I'll be doing this summer, my golf league has already started. Once golf courses opened up, the golf league started. That's been really successful. The guys have enjoyed it. We haven't had any issues. That's been nice. I think you probably heard about the porch pictures that I was doing. I stopped indefinitely after 300 houses. I'm now working on a Shutterfly album to put all those pictures together so we can have it. We sort of talked about maybe one at the library, one at City Hall. We'll see what happens there. But that's been fun. It's also been super rewarding to work with Joyce and Tracy and myself. I called you Tracy again, Wheezy.
I don't even know who she's talking about when she says Tracy.
Neither do
to
I.
do this cooperative programming. It's been like, it feels so natural and feels like something we should have been doing all along, and I absolutely love it. For the 8 weeks of the summer, I guess really Tracy came up with the themes, and then Joyce is really going to go along with the themes, which is, you know, it makes it easy for everyone, I think, which is super nice. Also, a newer-ish program is in the summers. In the past, Thursday nights at the library were reserved for family night, you know, special event, jugglers, magicians. I can't even think of what else, but they had to stop that program because there was no funding from the Friends of the Library because they couldn't do the book sales. And our family night, the Tuesday before 4th of July, that the men's club always sponsors, obviously was canceled. And the men's club approved us putting the money into the family night series. So we have 8 weeks of special events through Zoom that Joyce put together in about 15 minutes. It was amazing. And so now we've got this super family night, 8 weeks of fun for the community. And it was interesting because Joyce said that's what she was really hearing back from, that people were disappointed that the family nights were canceled. And then it all came together, and that's going to be fantastic. And I'm super excited about that. As far as special events that I'm working on, whereas Tracy's sort of focusing on the camps and the week of special events and special guest stars and, you know, special activities, I'm doing every week a new program that kind of giving families a toolbox to get their kids excited about something going on for the weekend. So it basically is a program that runs Monday through Sunday. They'll get information and supply lists for special events that they can run at their own house Friday and or Saturday and or Sunday, like the family camp out in their backyard. And I was able to hook up with Patrick Calhoun, and the scouts are gonna help that, and they're going to get tents set up if people need it, loan them out, put together some more packages. They're gonna do some of the Zoom or Facebook Live events for anyone who registers. I think it's gonna be like an amazing collaboration, and I'm hoping to get even more collaborations for things like that. But some of the other activities that will be going on, you know, for these week-long programs, house decorating. Bridget's doing a minute to win it. We're doing flash mob, karaoke contest, a clue hunt, backyard camping, as I said, and then a hopscotch obstacle course, chalk drawing. So those are all things that I'm really excited about. I'm working on, in addition to all of us working on a obviously pared down 4th of July but I still think there's a lot of cool things that kind of hit different age groups, different interests. Kicking off with the, instead of the potluck on Monday, we're starting off with a box lunch that, it's geared for 60 and over, have to be pre-registered. We're keeping it at $4, which is what the usual potluck was. And then we're delivering a lunch and activities to each house. So Wheezy, Jennifer, myself, and whoever else we can recruit will kind of fan out, drop that off, say hi, to whoever we're dropping off to, and excited about that. Wheezy's doing the pet pageant by Zoom this year. Rackham is allowing us to do a golf outing. We have Joyce planned over the 4th of July. The Thursday event is a apple baking at home event with Deb Walters. We're doing a family photo scavenger hunt. If you talk to Bob Paul, you have to give him total kudos because he was not going to rest until we had something awesome and tried every idea we could think of to try and do a drive-by parade. And the bottom line is we can't do anything that brings people together. So Judy Olds has offered to get submissions from residents of them driving down the street, 20-second or less videos, send it to Judy. She's gonna splice it on the 4th of July at 10 a.m. will be the first time it's airing. It will be on the YouTube channel, cable, and the Facebook page. I just made the Facebook page up because I don't know how that works, but hopefully the Facebook page also, so people can find themselves on the 4th of July morning. And then we're also doing speeches and awards. There's still time to nominate your civic nominations. So that is a youth under 18 award, a senior, and citizen of the year, which is someone who has longstanding support for the community. And that's everything that I have.
It's a lot.
I know, never short on talking. Sorry.
So concert in the park is fully canceled.
All the concerts are canceled, yes. I'm glad you asked that, Alexa. I had a really long talk with the police, and we're planners. We love to make the city happy. We have one of the best rec departments in the entire state. I don't think anyone would argue that. Across the state, people would tell you that. And all we want to do is do great stuff. And after talking to the police, they basically said, you can't do anything that brings people together. Unfortunately, it's just, that's the bottom line. So we looked at, possibly having food trucks. We looked at, this drive-by parade. We looked at a drive-in movie. We looked at like all these things that are, people are trying to do nationally. And the bottom line is, it's just not safe to do any of them. So we really think that we came up with the best offering that the entire country we've pulled from for our city. And we're doing it on, a shoestring budget, and really no budget. It's just our full-time staff that's still working is doing all this. And like Tracy has, some of her camp staff that's donating their time to do some activities for camp. I'm I can't believe I'm getting teary, but I am super proud of all of us.
Yes.
Thanks, Colette.
Yes.
Thank you, Colette.
Hey, hey, Colette, just one question for you. You got a lot of good stuff going on there. I was just kind of thinking of maybe one more thing to add to your list. Since I do take a lot of walks through the neighborhood, I've noticed.
Is this Joe?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can't see you. Keep going.
Right. Not a problem. since I do take a lot of walks in the neighborhood, I have noticed a trend as of late, and that has to do with some sidewalk chalk drawings. We have a lot of really good artists in the city. Maybe something like most creative or most unique sidewalk chalk type, entry that could be judged and, awarded of some form.
Well, that is an excellent idea that we've already done.
Oh,
it was awesome. And part of the last week of our summer programming, the obstacle course and the crazy walk incorporates sidewalk chalk art again also.
Okay.
So we will be doing that. And people still, since we did the sidewalk chalk competition earlier, people are still sending in their sidewalk chalks and they're being posted on the Facebook page.
Okay. It's something that I nearly never noticed in the past, but it just seems to be taking off now that people seem to be home a lot more. So good.
It's absolutely awesome, to the point where it's not even that easy to get sidewalk chalk anymore.
Right.
So yeah, actually great suggestion.
Colette, this is Sheila, because you can't see.
Hi, Sheila.
To you. I just want to commend all of you guys that work for the city, in the library and in the rec department, because that's what makes Huntington Woods so special. How you got teary about all the people and all the work they're putting forth. I mean, we're very blessed to have such dedicated and caring people in our community that work with us to provide wonderful activities for us. That doesn't happen everywhere. So thank you.
Thank you, Sheila.
Thanks, Sheila.
Thank you.
And your dog is very cute, Sheila. Don't forget about the pet pageant. You'll have to. I'm expecting some seriously interesting pets, because people can bring their iguanas and their birds and their guinea pigs now. Yeah. It's not all going to be dogs. So it'll be fun.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Colette. Oh, yeah. Sorry. This is Ellie. I just had a question, another idea, and thank you for all the work you guys are doing. Is it okay if I throw something out there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, is there any chance that we might be able to find people in the community who might be willing to maybe dress up as Cape Crusaders or, various superheroes or princesses, and just take, random drives around the city to kind of surprise the kids? It wouldn't be necessarily something that people would gather for, but something that might be like, a fun, exciting surprise to see throughout the summer.
Interestingly enough, Bob and I talked about that, and we didn't know exactly how we could do it and still hit every street. And that was a concern of ours, because we didn't want to, anyone to feel like they were being left out. And we were trying to figure out how could we hit every single street.
Well, and you won't hit it at the same time when somebody's outside, but it's just kind of one of those things, be on the lookout. Somebody might be around sometime this summer, just kind of roaming around the city.
One of the camp weeks is Superhero Week, so I think we could look into doing that, but I don't have good thoughts about it, honestly. We have talked about it, and I know this city, and I know people would be disappointed if it didn't come by them or if they missed it.
Right. Right.
And I don't know how to get around that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We could talk more about it. Let me think about it a little bit.
Okay.
The thing is, Ellie, if
shout out to public safety, because they've been amazing about sending police cars and fire trucks.
I know, they were amazing for Sebastian's birthday. They came out.
Amazing.
And he hasn't stopped talking about it.
Right, and I feel like that's doable, because it's more like if they're available and if they have a location to go to, that can happen. But we really tried to think about just driving around the city and how we could do it without people being upset that they were missed.
Sure.
Can I add on to that too, Ellie? Like some of the things we were thinking of when we were talking about this, and one of the the weeks is Dancing with Superheroes for camp is just, we were also concerned, and this was also our public safety with them, the kids approaching any kind of superhero, it's going to be hard for them to distance themselves. You know, we had to take so many things into account, because right away we thought, wouldn't that be great, you know, to have these, you know, and my camp staff was even like thinking that they would love to do something like that. And we just have to be real careful with, you know, how we approach the public with anything outside of the virtual world right now. So that was
put them on the back of the fire truck.
I feel like we've explored it so much for the concerns I've already said, but if you can come up with a different idea, I don't think any of us are gonna say no if it's a good idea that's gonna work.
Okay, thank you. I mean, yeah, it is incredible what you gals are all doing here. Mary, Reynolds Park.
Okay, I'm kind of going to back up a little bit and then I'll bring you up to the
Okay.
current on it. We haven't met, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not great, but we can.
Following the February meeting, we could no longer meet. February meeting was when we talked about the Reynolds Park, the layout, proposed, people were there from the community talking about what they perhaps thought might be a better way to lay out the park and not lose any space. And following that meeting, the staff evaluated the options for this outdoor fitness space, and it was determined that relocating the fitness area to the east of the park would be the best way to serve the community by maintaining the open space, as well as being able to have the exercise area installed within the same park, again, creating a multi-generational park, which was certainly a goal that we all wanted. So from there, it went to the commission. The commission's aware of the plan. Right now, well, I'll bring you up to date where it is right now. Because of the budget constraints, one of the capital improvements was Reynolds Park is taken off for now out of the budget, as are numerous other updates. We are going to be doing some other parks and tennis courts and whatnot. So those are all off the plate as of now because of our revenue shortfall. We're still looking ahead. Men's Club auction is still going to take place. So proceeds from that will go towards the park. We also have applied for a grant through the Greater Metropolitan Association of Realtors for a $5,000 grant. Again, not sure when the city will be able to put funding back into the park, but once they are able to, we will. That's where we are now. To the last meeting, we never really kind of had a follow-up, Jeff, on the layout that we all were aware of. So I thought the board might want to show some support or whatever for the layout.
Yes, yeah. Do you have a picture of it here? So I know what it is instead of coming to the park and the exercise equipment being on 11 Mile, it's over on the side, perpendicular to 11 Mile. So it's like
it's back by the
bit longer a walkway to get to, but it leaves
but it's certainly doable. There'll be a bench.
Is that on the side closest to the hair salon?
Yes.
Okay.
That's where it was moved.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So when we heard from the public, that was the chief complaint, that we were taking away from soccer field. So this way the soccer area is left intact.
Right.
Is it going to be enclosed, like fenced?
No, it's not
enclosed. No, it is.
No,
it will be away from the play area, closer to the fence, which is off. It's not right by the swings. It's not by the play area. So it still is incorporating all the same equipment. The benches, the arborvitae, eventually we'll be able to put shade when funding's available. So anyway, so that's where it stands.
Yeah, I think it was an excellent compromise. Not even a compromise. So it was nice to hear from the public and
I have a
right.
question.
Yes.
So now that like COVID-19 happened and like everything's like now needing to be more sanitary and stuff, how are they gonna keep like the public like machines when they get them to keep them clean for everyone to use them if multiple people are gonna be using them?
Right. Well, we're looking down the road right now at when it's going to be able to come into fruition, when it's really going to happen, depending when the money falls into place. Certainly when that time comes, if it is still deemed that we have to sanitize all the equipment, we can probably put in stations there that would have hand sanitizers or wipes or something like that. But we're not looking at doing this now.
Right.
It's not going to be done this summer, not this fall. So we're probably looking at best next spring. So whatever needs to be done at that point in time, we will make sure, you know, whatever the regulations are for playgrounds will be the same for this.
Okay, thank you. This is Jessica. Do you know what those regulations for playgrounds might be and when they might be opened again?
No clue, no clue. That's all up to the governor. We go also by the Oakland County Health Department. So we have no sense of when anything on that front will change. And that's also why the benches are marked, are taped off, in case you're wondering, for the same reason that we just don't know the contact time for the virus on a hard surface. So we don't, picnic tables, benches are all taped off.
Yeah, that's the one I'm having trouble seeing, but it's okay.
Hey, Mary, just a question on that. I know the Burton Park area where all the benches are, I noticed it was, you know, tipped over, which is good because I know a lot of kids were probably climbing on it. I know the basketball courts were, the rims were taken down. When it comes to like some large gatherings, I've noticed that, you know, when large gatherings of people leave, sometimes those the tape is removed and just kind of thrown on the grass. How often does that get replaced, and is there any monitoring of, you know, large groups that are doing that sort of thing, sitting in places where they're not supposed to be?
Well, public safety would be the ones that would be doing any monitoring on that. Our parks crew do go around to the different parks. I know Gail has mentioned when some tape is off some of the benches or whatever, and we do send the guys out. So I will make sure they put that on a regular checkup route to make sure that is in place, or if it's been ripped down to put it back up.
Great. And then just the other thing, oh, sorry.
No, I'm done.
Oh, just one other thing I was just going to mention. You know, the pool, I know that it's closed for the summer, and but I also noticed that the top has been removed. There's water in it, and there's a sign on the outside that wasn't there before that says, you know, closed, do not enter, that sort of thing. Are there cameras or anything that would make sure that nobody took it upon themselves to climb a fence and go into the water? Is it being monitored through a camera? Because I noticed there are
looking
cameras
at me,
there.
Joe?
No, public safety, we do have a security light at night. Public safety has been making increased visits to the pool to check it out, but there is no camera at the present time.
Okay. So that camera,
the pool is open. It's going to stay. Oh, excuse me. Go on.
No, sorry. I was just going to say,
ahead, Joe.
There are 2 cameras in the pool area, so those aren't turned on at all. They're just, you know, not activated.
They have not worked for a long time.
Okay.
Well, one thing to recognize is that we have that same issue all summer, every summer, that they have to be there, people wanting to climb the pool, the fence to get into the pool.
Right.
And I think there's got to be a certain amount of public responsibility. I mean, the police all the staff are trying to do the best they can, but I think we can also step up too as community members. If we see something, make a quick call saying the tape is down here to help out. I think it takes a community, and I know that the staff is overworked as it is, and just we need to step up and look and watch for things as well, and just report it. Give a quick call. Hey, there's tape down on this park or whatever. But I think the pool and being worried about that, I think those are challenges that they face already every summer. With
Oh, yeah. But
I mean,
we
I would
recognize that we're just going to.
Oh, sorry, Mary. I think there's a bit of a delay. No, I was just going to say, I think this summer more so than others, just because of the pool being closed and, you know, people just really wanting to, you know, go into the pool, for instance. But no, I mean, it is something that probably has to be looked at every summer, but I think more so this summer in particular because it's being taken away for the year.
Yeah, that's right. No, public safety, though, like I said, public safety is aware to step it up more, and they do more than they did before. But as Sheila said, that's nothing new. People have climbed into the pool in the evenings in the past. And residents, if they hear noise, they'll call the police. If they hear splashing when there shouldn't be splashing, they'll call the police. So, but thank you for your concern, and it's noted.
Sure.
There's
Can I
also not enough chlorine to kill any COVID, so don't go in the pool, Joe.
Hey,
Mary,
Mary,
I raised my hand. Mary, going back to what I called or sent you an email about the tape being off over at the Concord Park, it later came up that same weekend where I had noticed the tape off the benches and the tape off of the tables, Karen Ostrowski put up on Nextdoor that the garden that she has on the corner had been vandalized and tipped over. Has there been other vandalism in the parks? Destroyed her garden that she put in. We'll have to do it again.
Not that I'm aware of, Gail. Nothing's been brought to our attention.
Do you have any ideas if you reported it to the police?
I don't know.
Gail, has there been a police report?
I don't know if there has been. It was just, I know it was on Nextdoor, and I almost wondered whether the Fleslands I looked had a Zoom doorbell, because not a Ring doorbell, because it might have caught her corner, but they didn't seem to have a Ring doorbell. But I don't know if she reported it or not. She just wrote that she was extremely frustrated that she's done this all these years and had just planted it, and somebody just toppled the whole thing over, and I had noticed it on its side, and I just thought it hadn't been started yet, but instead she had pansies and everything else in it, and it had been knocked over. So, but it was the same weekend.
Okay.
Anything else?
Just out of curiosity, why is the pool full?
Actually, because if we didn't fill it, the motors might not work next year. We had to completely open it up like we would open it up normally, just to keep the system operating, so it'll operate next year. Also, algae would form if we don't circulate it, and if we don't chlorinate it to a minimum amount. If we didn't take the cover off, you'd have mosquitoes nesting there, West Nile. So we had to keep it circulating just like it normally would be open, just to keep those things from happening, and keeping the seals from drying out and the pumps from freezing for next year's use.
Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
Oh, and just Mary, one more thing, if I could. The other thing I wanted to mention about the park, just kind of noticed, especially later at night, that there seems to be, people walking their dogs without leashes now, and it seems like the dogs are using it just to run around the entire grass section between the two ball fields. So just wanted to throw that out there as well, because I'm out there every night. So that seems to be a trend, as well as an influx of people just walking their dogs right by the no dogs allowed sign. So I just want to throw that out there too.
Right.
Well, I've told people.
Again,
I would, Joe, if you're there, I would say something.
No, I have. Yeah, it just kind of falls on deaf ears. I mean, who am I? I'm just some guy walking on the track. But the response I got last time I said something was, "Oh, well, my dog's so well behaved, there's no problem." So they just don't take the law seriously, and I don't know if it's even being enforced. But if people just kind of look at the sign as a joke, they're not gonna, abide by it.
Well, maybe we should put
Right.
something out
Okay.
again.
Yep, I'll put something out again, and I'll also give another heads up to public safety.
Thanks,
Okay.
Mary. And it just seems like there seems to be a trend where people are letting their dogs off leashes now, or that wasn't seem to be a problem in the past. So just want to let you know.
Okay. Oh, I'm glad you did. Thank you.
Okay, department update.